Okay, so let's go ahead and select photo for our editing, and I have several from this photo shoot. Actually very fast what's happening. I had this idea in my mind how I want set up, so I purchased some props, everything organized, create table, all that stuff, and I have two great models that agreed to come and become part of the storytelling. So it was kind of very fun to do this. Interesting things I want to point on this, that somebody posted comment on one of my retouching video that says, hey, you don't need even the retouch this photo, it's already great, you just select them. Well, I'm not just select them, I also make them photos. So it's vision from beginning to end, and the retouching, it's a part of this vision. So I'm not like I'm going and select somebody else photos who did it. I have the concept in my mind, and usually it's what I do from concept. The build takes several months sometimes to come to. Like for this one, it took several times till I work all props and everything put together, creating head, candles. I mean, all these teeny tiny details. When I say as candles, like these element candles, what's experimenting, creating on these ideas. So just overall, let you know, it's not a one day. Or for example, for these glasses, I create them from separate lenses, separate copper, even did my own leather working on them, just because I have this vision to create it. So overall, the image that you see photo originally, it's not come from somewhere where I see it is come from creating this image, setting up lights, set up tables, set up all the props, creating props if needed, and so on. So it's a creative process from beginning and to the end. And now we're actually to the portion where we're going to retouch, add to this, and see how we can enhance. So of course, image by itself, it can be good as is, but I think our retouching can add even more to this storytelling. So for this, we're going and open Camera Raw, this image, and this was shot on a Canon R5 with a stock, with a what is it, 17 to 75, whatever the lens, and so we'll just use the default settings. One thing I need to point out that I'm working in Adobe RGB space, color space, and it's 16-bit depth channel, so I don't have some fringing around. And in camera, what we're going to do is take our highlights and take them down, so we don't have it overblow on some whites, and the shadows just maybe just a little bit pop up, not too much. We'll take our sharpening and put it somewhere between 60 70, somewhere around there. We'll enable remove command abbreviation and use it profile correction. So it's all profile correction. It just removes some vignetting on the side and a little bit even out due to lens distortions. Everything else we'll just leave it as default, and we'll go ahead and click open. So this time our image open inside the Photoshop. So first things when we open in Photoshop, what I want to do, it is properly frame it. And properly frame it, what I'm looking like right here, we have stuff on the back, which is okay, we'll rework, but the table, if you notice, it's not even. So let's go ahead and take our cropping tool, and I want just first step, it's even our table, so it will go straight. Next, let's bring it closer, maybe around right here, and on the top, usually what I want to do, you see where is the line work 130, I want to go by her eye, and we'll just bring even this one a little bit closer, like around here. So it will be kind of our point, maybe a little bit top. So this is our attention in this corner to her face, and this is another one. You don't need to go with these guidelines. I just found out they're helpful for me a little bit. So before I do this, I want to be sure content aware and delete crops is checked in. So when we're ready, let's go ahead, press enter. Okay, and now we can see we have nice extending. So right this area, I want to fix it, but before we do fix this, I want to replace with a similar color. So for this, we'll go to use it. Let's go use it stamp tool. Okay, 100%. We'll just select color and stamping like this. Notice I'm doing let's disable align, so we can always go from same color. It doesn't matter too much about what we're doing because this will go replaced by background, but I want it kind of have its same consistency and coloring. Let's go a little bit closer. We'll just like right there. Don't worry too much if we go over again. This is all will be hidden or darkened. So that one is done. I think the rest is look okay. Now we're ready to create new layer, and this is will be our touch up. Touch up, we're going to use it healing brush tool, and this brush work this way. You need sample area where you want it. It will take some of the luminosity, take some of the texturing and apply on our color. So it's a very good tool for small retouching. For example, right here I want to remove this. We'll select, and you see select tool, go right there and done deal. If it does not match very well, you can select another area and go over. Overall, I think her face look very good. I don't think we need to do anything. The candle is look fine. His face is a little bit out of focus, which is fine because he's not our right there, just smudge fixing. He's on a background, which is fine. This is our main character. Let's look around what we have here. We have our brush, so all this stuff look good. Okay, stamping, we have it well. We needed coloring. I think it's look okay, everything, even some clothing. I think we're good. So the next what I want to do is smoothing a little bit on her skin. So Control Shift Alt T, Command Option Alt E to create new layer. We'll go with the call it smooth, and we're going to filter noise, and we'll go dust and scratches. And depending on what image you have, it usually I'm looking like it's look like a paint but no small details, then it's look good. Click OK, hold down Alt or Option on the Mac and click on the mask. So it will create a black mask which is hide all our changes. And now by using brush, and we want to be sure we have it a soft round brush using for this with a 10% opacity, we can start painting a little bit over her skin. Reason why, because she have a little bit strong texture on the skin, and I'm going after painting effect, and for the painting I need like almost very smooth skin, kind of have it some texturing, like if you're done painting you have the bristle and you do with a bristle. So it's what we're going to do. I think his face is fine. We can just touch up a little bit, but overall he's how to say a little bit on the back out of focus, so it's a little bit nice. It's all what we need to do. Let's look on the hands also just a little bit. Let's touch up her hands so they kind of a little bit match smoothness or skin of the face, so it won't be too much stand out. There you go. Okay, after we did it, the smoothing, we'll lost some of those highlights. To bring them back, we'll go create dodge and burn layer. You can do on a clear, you can fill up with 50% gray, up to you. I usually do mine with 50% gray. And I'll start with a black, 10% soft brush. We'll just start adding shadows where I think they should be going. And by using X key, you can flip between foreground, background, and my color is white and black. So I can go ahead and add highlights where I think they need it. And don't worry, this is generic highlights. We'll come back again to highlights when we start doing more effecting on the candles. So this one, okay, this is just to make shadowing, kind of bring face a little bit more out. Okay, right there. Okay, also we have candle, and we'll simulate some lights coming from candle, but for now let's just hide kind of like almost shadowing here on her head. Don't worry too much about background because we are going to fix and add highlights a little bit to the candle, so it's where the light's going. Lights will cast somewhat on him maybe, but not too much, so we'll just add a little bit highlights and hide him. Okay, let's go closer, and on his wrinkles, which is actually very good, let's emphasize them. And we can do this by creating, add more shadows to them, and highlights on above. Okay, right there. I'm using mouse. I usually use mouse all the time. The reason is I work a lot with 3D, and I found the mouse kind of better in some cases than the bike compared for 3D art to modeling. But if you use it just mouse, you can always go with lower opacity, and it's what kind of helpful. If you have Bicom pad and you like used Bicom pad, then you just set opacity what you like, and be sure it's a smooth, very smooth, nice kind of strokes. And again, use it highlights and shadow, switch between them. I used X key to add, so and we'll just need to add a little bit more shadowing, and we'll come back to those when we start going closer. Some elements like I don't want pop up, so I will add even more shadows as we're going. We come back to that. Same like right here, for example, we definitely don't need too much attention to this area. We're going to add shadows here, and one pass maybe won't be even enough for us, so we'll maybe need to come back to do more shadows. Same like on the hand right there. And because usually I'm looking how the lights will go from these candles, which is highlighted, so we'll just apply those like highlights, for example, from this light where they will go. Okay, and other areas will create a little bit more shadowing. Just think about this, how lights will go. Okay, so I'm going quite a bit, will darken. Also, this is light on the side of the books. It's coming from light above. From candles, they will be darker, and that's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to add the shadowing that come from kind of candles right there. Again, this is will be quite a bit dark, so don't worry, we'll come back and we'll do even more. So we'll apply even more shadows. This is one preliminary. Okay, now let's go touch up a little bit on a hair. Control Shift Alt E, Command Option Alt E. Take all visible layers, combine them, and make brand new. So and we'll do for the hair. Some on hair touch up. We'll go to Filter, Stylize, and we're going to Oil Painting. And oil painting, what I'm going to do is be sure lights going from top down. And we can even put it 90 degrees. Zero brush details, and you can see we can add details more or less. Kind of zero will be a little bit smoother. Scale, let's go just bring like 0.5, very low. And shine, this is what help us see the strings. Let's go bring just about maybe 6 around that area. Click OK. There you go, we have a nice kind of painting going over. Let's go down, hold Alt or Option, click on the mask. Again, we need hide. And with white brush, we'll start brushing her hair back in. So in some cases, I need to be careful. I want to have this kind of a messiness. That's what original when we did it. But at the same time, I want to clean off the paint. So it's will combination between messiness kind of, you know, and clean. And we have it fur on the back, so we'll usually what I do, I don't touch eyes or other things. This is for the fur, hair. This tool is work very good. Okay, on his, we'll just add to the beard a little bit here, and you can see it's cleaning up his other hair. And because a little bit far away, so it is add a little bit almost like sharpness to his hair, which is fine, I think. Okay, let's go right there and clean up here. Okay, there you go. We have a little bit clean up hair. So before and after, you can see just make paint a little bit more look alike. Okay, now let's go ahead and bring something in like a backdrop so we kind of see what's going on. And I render this backdrop with DAZ Studio. You can bring any other ones if you want it. If you Patreon, you should have access to all my backgrounds and other stuff. We'll go select right there. It's very high resolution background, and it's nice because you can kind of scale and move, and we'll see in a second. So right there, let's go click on Alt or Option Mask, so we're hiding. Now we'll just take a normal brush tool, and you can see we can paint in this element. So what I was going is just paint just around there. Don't worry if you actually going a little bit over here. This will make even better. It will blend better together, so it's kind of nice. This type work very well with the hair, fur, and other. Closer to the head, we'll need it rework here a little bit better, but it does also create this kind of almost like light spill edge where you need it, so it's working our favorite. Right there, let's go about around the candle. Okay, we don't need to worry too much around the candle on top because we will create the flames that are going on. Okay, we'll go right there. And again, this one will darken more right now. This is just a mask, so we can preview. And by the way, be sure you select the mask on the side. You can see it's where I'm painting. Okay, so it's where we edit. And the reason is I'm selecting this blue color kind of on a background. It is with the candle lights and other stuff, it will be very warm colors. And what I want to do, it's a kind of mix between warm and cold, and work with complementary colors. That way it's come up actually nicer look for us. Okay, so right there, let's go zoom out, and you can see we have a nice beautiful already background kind of going. Let's go select tool, and notice right here we have a chain link. Click on this to deselect. So this way we can click background, move background around, and don't worry about our mask. Okay, that way I can bring and add, like for example here, composition. So we have a nice beautiful window here going on a background, and we have it almost like over here, I think even right there, balance. And I'm looking on the balance in color balance, all image, how it's will going. And if we create lines, you can see how they flow with her going with shoulder and everything. So this is what I'm trying kind of achieve. Let's go Alt and click on the mask, so we can preview the mask itself. Then you can see right a couple places I need it maybe a little bit touch up, fix some of this masking, or too much. I'll say they will work fine without. It'll just help a little bit. But nice things about that background and our composition, that we have it even a little bit go over. We don't need to worry too much. Okay, actually this one I won't select, and just position right there, so we have it. Okay, so there, see we have an edge, so I just want to be sure the edge of this is matching. Okay, we go up maybe a little bit, like right there, so we have it nice lines going. Okay, that is our image. Now let's go ahead and add some flames. And flames, I have some pre-render. I created some flames in other areas, so we'll do just drag and drop them. And let's go ahead. This is one flame, and I'm not sure. No, I don't like this flame, so let's go ahead and find different ones. I have a different, and they're in PG semi-transparent. I think this has worked very well. I'll just go place one on top, but it's like small, about that size. And I want it, don't them be on the same level, so I'm hold down Shift key and drag, make it a little bit longer. Right there is a one light, and we want to switch this to the screen mode. Okay, let's go ahead and select another light, another kind of candle light, and this one will go on the top, maybe around here, because this is older, it's longer, this is younger, it should be a little bit smaller. Okay, same, we'll just hold down the top and just a little bit drag, not too much. I want this one to be a little bit under here, and the same, we'll go switch to the screen. Okay, we also have it two more, 1 and 2, and right there you can see candles a little bit off, so let's go ahead, fix this with a X, maybe 5, and we'll just a little bit masking back, so don't worry too much. There you go. Okay, let's go back to our lights and the candles. Okay, we'll go ahead and select another light, put it right there. Okay, this will go on this light. Let's shrink down, up, like around very tall. Okay, and we'll switch this again to the screen, and one we need to put it on top, and on top because it's kind of bending with her head, kind of needed to put it a little bit more different, so I'll put like this bending one. Okay, screen, and at this point should have it about placement for all our lights. Now let's go ahead, add glowing to these lights. We'll go create a new layer, so glow from our lights, and I want to hold down Alt and select the color on middle of the candle. We want to switch the blend mode to soft light, 10%, and I'm just start from here, click couple times, like right there, and overall you can actually increase. You see how I'm growing, and single click, same we go from there. Kind of you can see how it's going, same right there. We'll just opposite will go. Like right there, almost on him, kind of casting. Okay, and we'll do the same. Right there, you can see how it works. A little bit we lost the blue color there, which is okay. We can create a new mask, take a brush, 10%, and just bring back a little bit this blue back right there. I know it's not what color going, but I just think blue is kind of nice, and just overall reduce a little bit. So with masking we can always kind of fix some of this stuff. Okay, that is one. Let's go ahead, group them together. Okay, candle light will go right there. Next, what we want to do is add now color casting from those candles on other elements. So we'll go create new layer. We'll switch to soft light. Let's go select a little bit more red, warmer color. It's what we wanted, with a brush. And at this moment we can go ahead and kind of like casting slightly. Just imagine this is lights, it's where it's going, yes? So we want to be sure the lights is going cast like on the books. Okay, a little bit right there, on maybe on her short, little bit here on the hand, on the side. Just imagine the lines projecting how the lights going from candles. So this is what we're doing. We just kind of try to add, same like maybe on his lenses, his hand definitely right there need to be from lights. This is casting here, his short hair, a little bit on his forehead, but this is cover shadow. This is creating from shadow casting, so that is fine. Okay, right there. Okay, I think this is about right. So we'll need to add a little bit more shadowing overall, but that should work. Again, right here is our color casting. Okay, let's look on his lenses. Just a little bit add. There you go. Red to the lenses. I think that is good. Also right here, a little bit more reddish maybe. Around light. Is it casting? Okay. The pages is empty, so we'll need it. There you go. Okay, let's add some text to the pages. For this, we'll go to select tapping tool, and whatever text it's come up to your mind. I'm just taking poem from Edgar Allan Poe, The Alone. So it's kind of old poem he have created before, and we'll just use it like handwriting. Okay, let's go to our text and like this one. Okay, and also let's go change color to black. Okay, so right here we have our text. Let's go to rasterize because I don't think we're going to change this. And now we want to put this text in a couple places. So we'll duplicate it because we have 2 pages, yeah. And this one we'll go to Control T, Command change, like put it around here. Let's go zoom in, so you can see it will go just around, I think around that area. Okay, next let's go to Edit, Transform, and we'll go Warp. So that way we can actually going with the page, how the page bending. We don't need to worry about being too precise, but we kind of want to keep it. Don't worry if it's going a little bit off the page, that is fine. And we're going to shrink that stuff. I think that way. Okay, when we're done, we want to switch this mode to soft light. Okay, and apply mask. Next, let's go take our brush, 100%, and we'll just removing some of the segments right there. Okay, let's go 10%, a little bit to remove on the edge. So something like written, we don't need it necessary, but it is help if it's look like it's something written. So let's go ahead and select another one text. We'll go, actually this one is what I want. Select this text, okay. And we have, yeah, text right there written. So we'll take this text, rotate as well. So just rotation, kind of matching, not necessarily needed to worry too much about this. Okay, around there. Let's go again, Edit, Transform, Warp, and we'll just going with the shape of the page. It's all what we try, you can see, kind of trying to do. So we'll bring that one down. Sometimes maybe it's easy if you skew first, but realistically I think that one it's worked just fine. Okay, and we'll go create again masking tool, 100%, hide, like all over there. There you go. And let's go switch blend mode to soft light as well. So we have some text on our pages at this moment. Okay, I think we now can a little bit more, I think, on the lights to add. So let's go ahead, just put it above candlelight. Let's create new layer, switch this to the screen mode. Same as we have this warm color we have before. Control Z, 10%. We can kind of just add a little bit glowing. Okay, right there. This overall help, I think, a little bit to our lights look a little bit nicer. There you go. Just a little bit more glowing. Okay, so let's go ahead. Next, we're going to add some of the smoke. And for smoke, I'm going to create white color. Okay, we'll go create a new layer. We'll take a brush, right click, and I'm using just Ron's smoke. So you can use any different that you find. I just like how this smoke looking. So it is, if you look right there, it's look very nice. And I'll create one, adjust positioning. Maybe actually, yeah, let's go put this one right here because it's more complex. Let's look. And when we're done, switch to soft light. So just add kind of effect to this. Let's go create new layer for another smoke. And we'll just go select. This is kind of experimental. You can look around. I think this will work here. Switch Control Command T. We'll just add right there, and I also edit, transform, distort, and like and I just want to bring a little bit more like right there. Click enter. The lock will bring it closer down, and again switch to the soft light. You can see it's kind of just add a little bit to this smoke to the candles. Let's create a new one. Again, we'll select new, select different smoke, and different smokes may look slightly different for you. I think this one will work very good here. And T, let's just adjust slightly, like going up. And right this area, for example, if you don't like it. Actually, let's go to shrink down a little bit more. Again, remember, we have another tool. We have it transform warp. So with warp, we actually can take and readjust some of those elements. So now its smoke look more like a going from the candle. Again, if we convert to soft light, it will just blend very well together. Okay, and we'll need to do for another one. For these ones, same, we can select maybe like this. Okay, adjusting, make it smaller. Again, edit, transform warp. Okay, and let's just adjust right here. Place. And with the smoke is a little bit more forgiving, so you can kind of bend a little bit easier. Soft light. So we have it smoke placed in all these areas. Let's go to group this together. Call it smoke. Okay, let's go next, create new layer. Again, this will be our dodge and burn layer. And this will be more like in a global scale. So we'll go soft light. Be sure we're using black color, soft round with the 10% opacity. And what I'm doing, if you see, I'm just start. You remember I told we'll put this in the dark, so it's what I'm doing. I'm just making quite a bit darker. Some where's the lights one, like for example, I don't want on his arm going too much. I think this should be like in a darker where the light will fall out. So right here with the books, definitely we need to darken. Okay, right here. X opposite, we need to bright up a little bit more. When can bring on the faces, brighten, I can darken, and you can switch between. I used X key to switch between foreground, background, color, and it's helped me. Okay, also right there, let's darken, to bring her face. It's actually what we're doing. Okay, let's go ahead. A little bit brighten these areas, so the color wise. Okay, and actually right here, see where his hair, and we'll go inside. I just bring mask a little bit closer. You don't need necessarily keep it what it was. We just, as we're going along, if I find maybe somewhere need to be a little bit better blending, somewhere less, so it's what we're doing. We kind of blending with this. Okay, I think it's kind of start coming along. Okay, let's go ahead. Next, what we're going to do, it is add global, whatever called Dutch, but actually right there, this edge, I don't like it. So let's go ahead, select our brush, and we'll start kind of like blending a little bit better right there. Just remove a little bit of this shadowing. There you go. X switching, so we have it. Okay, let's go back. So it's a little bit better, I think, on the head right there looking. Yep. Okay, so we have a nice composition. Light is going properly from this light. This is light source. We can add a little bit more lines if needed, but I think that is work very well. I think this is good. We need it just add a little bit more. I don't know if this one top, let me just shrink this a little bit more, like right here probably even. Yeah, I think that way. Just composition wise, I think the lines was a little bit pushing a little bit too much to end. So this better to focus on that face right here. Okay, so we add these elements. We could add a little bit more expand. Actually, you know what? Let me try just to bring this a little bit up. We could bring higher and make it face. So yeah, let's do that. For this one, actually, I cropped some tool before, so I'll bring in, because you can notice we have a little bit more room to go. We can bring it just slightly up. Let's go this way. And the cut in on the bottom need to be also right there. Okay, we have this line, and that is line, it's from dodge and burn, from this one, kind of going, so multiple effect, this line, and which other ones? This one should be effect also on the background, the black one, so it's multiple. If we need extend, we need to do actually extend multiple ones. So let's do that. So this one, another dodge and burn. And that's what happens sometimes, creating, and you go back and create again. Okay, so I'm going to select my tool. And just paint back the same color. Okay, we'll go select this one around here. Okay, I think that will work. Okay, let's go ahead. Lighting. And our dodge and burn we'll go to normal light, okay, on this one. And to easy fix, we can fill up again everything. If you want, we can fill up with the gray and just go over again, or we can just try to match. I think if we just going with a simple fill up with the gray layer, it will be much faster and easy to do that way. But I do like a little bit better. Okay, and again I have it right here, line going. So I think this line, okay, let me go ahead, select this line right there. This is line is coming, and I'm just trying to figure out, okay, yeah, it's our, this painting was, okay, right there. Let me just fix this line. There you go. Okay, back here. Okay, I have this line. If I'm right, this is probably going from this glow. So in this case, we'll just take black color. It's the wrong one. Let's go select right there. I don't need clone, I need brush. This is what I'm doing. Okay, and I think this is right there, that one color. It's what we need to kind of fix. Okay, let's go back, brush, switch black color. Yep, there you go. So that is what we're going to hide. It took a little bit time to find, but we actually can bring a little bit more coloring. This is from the, if you remember, candle lights, from those ones. Okay, I think that's better. And I know it was a little bit process, but I hope kind of give you idea that sometimes even you're done that far, and I look and just did not look right, was too close to the head, so we end up adding this. So now we can go back and again doing what we done before. So we'll go to add the shadowing, but it's a little bit easy because we know what we want to do in the way we want to do it. Okay, so we'll go just to add a little bit more. So hide arms. Just was too much, this spot right there. I just want think hide. Okay. Okay, right there. Let's hide this book. A little bit brighten up. Faces. There you go. Okay, right here. It's from cover lights if it's going, so it will go hide here. Hand. Okay, a little bit right here on the hair. Darken. Okay. Okay, I think this is kind of come up along now. We'll hide a little bit more red again, and this is overall lighting. So it's what we do. We just bring, kind of hide if you think it's too much. Like right there, we can always bring back the faces. But I think brightened by lights. There you go. Kind of. Okay. Just play with lights. It is lighting. It's what we're doing. We're playing with the lights. And I don't know if I like this area kind of too dark, so we can go just maybe between right there. Next, I want to add more texture. For this, Control Shift Alt E, Command Option Alt E to create new layer by merging. And I want to add, kind of bring texture to this. So we'll go to Image Adjustment, We'll go to black and white. Okay, there you go. There's my black and white. We'll just bring some of those colorings in for the texture, and we'll use it soft light. So soft light will bring bright up over 50 and darken under 50% gray. So that's what we're going to do. Image adjustment, and we're going to use shadow highlights for this. Let's go to have it 15%, 15 pixels radius detection, 100% on shadows, 100% on highlights. Be sure you show more options as enabled, otherwise you won't see this option. And we'll just take a darker, bring it this way, and bright. So like right there around. Click OK, and we'll switch this to soft light. So you can see just bright, kind of like almost HDR kind of hard light. I'm not necessarily like 100%, so I'll bring this down. And next I want to create the glowing of an element. So for this same, Control Shift Alt E, Command Option Alt E, create new. We'll go global glow. So glow. Next we go to filter, blur, and we'll go and blur on this. And let's bring maybe just around 15, like right there. You can see how smooth it is. Switch this. You can see we have a soft light. We don't need it. We need to go with a screen. And on the screen, we'll go hold down Alt or Option, click on a mask so we hide it. Take our brush, white color, 10%, and we can just start adding this glow to areas where we want it, like on her face, hair maybe. Just a little bit glow right there. So this is just adding this extra glow, like on the lenses. Okay, around here, maybe her pen. It's add this magic kind of glowing. This is scenery actually cool. If you ever do like a kids photography, you can do Santa Claus. Just imagine you can do similar things, creating all this effect. And let's go come closer, and you can see how the glow just add some of this magical. Okay, I think next let's go do some color correction to this, or adjustment. So we have two ways we can do with the curves. And if we do curve, we want to switch this to color mode. Let's select blue channel. We'll take yellow down, middle yellow, and blue on the shadows. So it's, again, we're playing with cold, hot kind of colors. Let's go a little bit in cyan. So on the red, we'll take shadows, bring them in cyan, and click right around there and bring reds back slightly. So like right there. You can see it's a little bit stronger on the coloring, and let's go bring it down. So next, what we want to do, let's go create selective colors, and we'll start with a black. So I'm usually take black, and I don't like crush black, so I put it like -2. You can put it more, you can make quite a bit color, and we'll do again a blue, just a little bit green, a little bit cyan on this one, and we'll go to the neutral colors. And neutral, we actually want to go opposite, we'll go warmer. So we'll go adjust this way, a little bit red. So right here, let's have a look. You can see just add a little bit. Okay, and then next, let's go create a new layer. And this layer, actually, you know what, let's go put under. I want to add dirt. So it just help kind of add to this corners a little bit more grungy effect. For this one, we'll go to select the brush. We'll go to use it bronze powder brushes, and I'll just select one of the powder. You can see right there. Let's undo. We'll go switch to the soft light. And what you want to do is just select Alt, select color around above, and just press in a few times. So you can see it's not too much, but it just add a little bit of this grunge stuff. Okay, we can go with a darker color. You can constantly kind of like sampling. And I found this is look interesting. Just add a little bit more character to this. Same if you think your lights look too clean. Same, you can just select the color, bring it way smaller, and we can just normal Okay, let's go opacity 100%. That is a problem. So you can see I just add a little bit right there, and we switch to the soft light. We just add a little bit, like almost something around fire going, just those little bit grains. Okay, so let's go click new. We'll add multiply for this, and this will be our multiply on the dirt, more like right there. You can see on the books, see how dirt start coming. The candles, your clothes, maybe books. So it is add a little bit of this grinchy kind of look, give it character. Okay, right there, just a little bit around arms. There you go. Just add a little bit dirt. And one more thing, so let's create new layer. We'll fill up this with 50% gray. We'll go to filter, noise, add noise, and we'll just be about 12. Let's go 15%. Monochromatic, fill up, and we'll say this to the soft light. We're doing this to unify, make uniform grain through all, because we smooth there, we add some additional stuff. This way we have this uniform kind of grain going. Okay, now let's go ahead and select all of this, group them, and just call grain. Okay, I think we're almost done on this image. All what we need to do at this point is just go ahead, click, and put it our name. Okay, we added there. Let's go select right color, and I'll just select font. You can put it wherever you like it. Usually I put it somewhere so it's not distract from all image, and just make slightly visible. Overall, it just give you attention, keep it on our image. And here we have it, our photo. Okay, let me take this and put it above. Okay, let's go ahead, group them together. And this should be our image before and after. Of course, we extend a little bit on the top and reframe, but overall you can kind of get the idea how much we add more magic to our scenery, I think, before and after. And again, it does help when you start with a good image, as I said before, because usually it's what we can make a lot of magic, but if it's crop come, crop out, it's what they say. So it's garbage in, garbage out. But if you have a nice beginning, you always can create it. But doesn't matter, with your retouching skill, you can go ahead and add more. Next time we'll probably try to do something maybe with the Santa Claus and other things, just create a little bit more kind of funny, magical stuff. Thank you for watching these videos. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. If your Patreon support is greatly appreciated, and of course, as a Patreon supporter, you're getting access to a lot of this assets, backdrops, different creatures and other stuff, wings and more. I mean, I have literally gigabytes and gigabytes of the freebies just to give it the people who support me. Again, thank you, and hopefully you have a great time to editing.